High Arbiter Valtharion adjusted his ceremonial neural crown as the final delegates filed into the Grand Assembly Hall of Nexus Prime. The crystalline chamber, carved from a single massive asteroid, had hosted peace negotiations for over 3 millennia. Its bioluminescent walls pulsed with the soft rhythms of diplomatic harmony, a carefully cultivated atmosphere designed to encourage compromise. Today, however, something felt different. "The Terran delegation has arrived," announced his aide, a young Zephyrian whose gill slits fluttered nervously. "There, unusual High Arbiter." Valtharion's compound eyes tracked the approaching group. 3 humans walked with measured steps across the polished floor, their movements eerily synchronized, despite appearing completely relaxed. The lead figure, a middle-aged woman with graying hair and laugh lines around her eyes, carried nothing but a simple datapad. Her companions, a tall man with kind eyes and a younger woman whose smile seemed genuine, appeared more like tourists than diplomats. "Welcome," Valtharion intoned, his vocal harmonics set to their most diplomatic frequency. "I am High Arbiter Valtharion. On behalf of the Galactic Council, we extend our gratitude for your attendance at these negotiations." The human woman stepped forward with a slight bow. "Thank you, High Arbiter. I'm Ambassador Sarah Chen, and these are my colleagues, Dr. James Morrison and Lieutenant Commander Maria Santos. We're honored to be here." Around the vast chamber, representatives from 47 species observed with varying degrees of interest and disdain. The Hegemony Warcast clicked their disapproval from their elevated platform. The ethereal veil touched whispered among themselves in frequencies only they could hear. The crystalline architects maintained their stoic silence, but their faceted forms reflected the chamber's light in agitated patterns. "Let us begin," Valtharion announced. "The matter before us concerns the ongoing territorial disputes in the rim sectors, where Terran expansion has complicated existing arrangements." Fleet Admiral Korth Vex, of the Hegemony Warcast, rose to his full 3-meter height. "Complicated? These mammals have established colonies in systems we claimed over 2 centuries ago. They ignore our signals, refuse our ultimatums, and somehow persist despite our enforcement actions." Ambassador Chen tilted her head slightly. "Enforcement actions? Standard pacification protocols," Korth Vex replied dismissively, "though your species seems remarkably resilient to conventional deterrents." Dr. Morrison consulted his datapad with an expression of mild curiosity. "Could you elaborate on these conventional deterrents?" The Warcast Admiral's mandibles clicked irritation. "Orbital bombardment of 3 colony worlds. Destruction of 17 supply convoys. Standard blockade procedures on 12 systems." He paused, his voice carrying a note of frustration. "Yet your colonies not only survived, but somehow thrived." A ripple of interest passed through the assembled delegates. Several species had attempted similar actions against upstart civilizations, with uniformly successful results. "I see," Ambassador Chen said softly. "And you found this unexpected?" "Impossible would be more accurate," interjected Hierophant Zolthis of the Ancient Communion. Her psychic voice resonated directly in their minds. "We have observed your species for exactly 47 standard years. Your technology remains primitive. Your social structures are chaotic. Your military capabilities are adequate at best." Lieutenant Commander Santos spoke for the first time, her voice carrying the easy confidence of a veteran. "Adequate. That's an interesting assessment. Your fastest ships require months to traverse distances we cover in days," Zalthis continued. "Your weapons technology is centuries behind galactic standard. Your planetary defenses are quaint." Yet somehow, Valtharion interjected, studying his data carefully. "Terran colonies have successfully defended against forces that should have overwhelmed them within hours. How do you explain this contradiction?" Ambassador Chen exchanged a glance with her colleagues, a look that carried layers of meaning the alien delegates couldn't quite interpret. "Perhaps," she said finally, "your intelligence-gathering methods need refinement." The chamber fell silent. Several species prided themselves on their surveillance capabilities. The suggestion that they might have overlooked something significant was troubling. "Explain," demanded Warcast Admiral Korthvex. Dr. Morrison stood and activated a holographic projector. The display showed a typical human colony, modest buildings, agricultural sectors, mining operations. Nothing impressive by galactic standards. "This is New Geneva," he said conversationally. Population. atmospheric